clicks. I get it, like because of all past experiences and everything. And yeah, I did not mean to hurt you. Like, and I don't mean to hurt people, and I know that I do. Like, and and my hurt, I'll say shit out of emotion, and like I'm like struggling and windmilling, like I went to write up a declaration. I'll give you an example of where some of my anger came from the other day. I put the day aside to write up a declaration for my lawyer to show what happened. And I was going through all the different PPAs of all the times I've tried to get someone arrested by the LAPD, and that they didn't arrest anybody. When I went to put links in of all those days, and I have it all because we spent months with the mind map putting forth all this information, and I tried to put links in it, and my videos were gone because of my copyright. So all this work that we had done to categorize all the false arrests are all gone. And I do have the videos. It's taken weeks and weeks of time and hundreds of dollars to categorize all that to just have the videos. But now I have to go through thousands of videos, literally thousands of videos to find the moments that have already been, all the work's already been done. So all this frustration came out because I can't just share the link because my channel's been taken down by Aaron, you know? And so yes, I'm sorry that I hurt you, but I'm literally fighting for my freedom. And a cult is saying that I disturbed the religious meetings, and that me saying Scientology is a cult is saying that Scientology is a cult and that we could help is a problem. And at that time I was promoting the SPTV Foundation. We could help meant call the SPTV Foundation. Like, I believed in you guys. I believed in the foundation. I believed in what it was. I literally had it in my van. I was promoting the fuck. I mean, I'm literally facing charges because I hurt her feelings, and she cried that I said Scientology is a cult. And so I was promoting the very thing that you were part of. And because I believed in it 100%. And now I'm being charged with crimes, and I might go to jail for over 10 years. So I'm sorry if your feelings are hurt, but the fuck, what do you think what mental state do you think I'm in that I'm facing this type um of shit? And would I do it all over again? I probably would have left fucking LA and never talked about Scientology again. That if I had to redo it over again, I would never want to go through this ever again. I would not wish what I've been through on my worst enemy. Right? Sure. I'm literally facing charges promoting y'all's organization because I believed in you. I believe everything I did was, um, I believe that everything I did was lawful and good.
About you. And you try and say that I don't talk bad about my friends enough or whatever. Like, what if I had come after you because they wanted me to before? And then you're like, I'm cool with my friend's boyfriend. Yeah, I'm cool with my other friend's boyfriend. It was supposed to be you, bro. This is a short.
Well, yeah. Thank you. My son is gone, and I'm back to work. Like, gone by how? Corn? Leave that alone. That one alone, DOA? Leave what alone? Next up is hold on, where's corn? Oh, he's home. Okay. Whew. Yeah, saying he's gone, that was scary. Um yeah, Napoleon Dynamite's uncle, bruh, so mean. Just a shit show, Xena. Never ending shit show. If a chick wants to be there for I agree with that. If a chick wants to be there for because the cheater's boyfriend, leave it alone. Yeah, I'm not. That's that's that is like a good friend should stick by your friend. My issue is um um words, words. Um, no, my relationship with Laura has been affected by all this community because um, the house. You guys haven't welcomed me into the house, and a lot of you have debt agented and had a huge effect on my relationship with Laura. I've also done things that have affected my relationship with Laura, um, and how I've reacted to those things have caused strain and why my relationship is what it is with Laura, which it really isn't anyone's business, but it's always somebody's business, I guess, being a public person. And and it sucks. Because after the occupation, your friend Jenna was calling her, Aaron was calling her, Serge was calling her, and I know none of those people had my back. Um, and I called out 86 GOP, which I was correct on that. And look at what 86 GOP is doing. He's funding ZDT, who attacked Nora, who attacked all sorts of different people. Mindy, who got our tires slashed. All that was because of somebody that I called out. I also called out. I also called out Tanya, and now Tanya's talking to Kendrick Moxon and Jennifer. I said that it appears that she was working with Scientology. Um, so a lot of this has, and I'm not saying that I'm not at fault for how my relationship with Laura has gone, because I am at fault. I have my own issues. I think no, I don't. I don't think. I think that that's a good friend to stick by somebody, even though they have a boyfriend who's cheating. because you're not a friend if you just abandon them if you disagree with them. Sometimes people have to go through numerous like situations to see that they're in a toxic relationship. And so I'm not saying I'm saying that I wish that y'all would use your influence to help me get my channel back so I could defend myself against Scientology. That's what I want. And fucking Aaron and whoever he's fucking and how he's doing it and how he's cheating. I really don't, because none of that really matters. Um, and I don't understand y'all's hate for Alan. You know, I want my channel back. I want you to use your voice to help me help others. Like, and we have to be able to take criticism. I didn't attack Aaron. I didn't say I'm going to come and kill him or hurt anybody or hurt any. There was none of that. I shared a video that I altered, which should have been fair use. Somehow that got manipulated, and they waited till I was in jail from Scientology to take down my channel with 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 Kelly Copter, which Kelly Copter took down a channel. Kelly Copter took down a channel where she basically said she didn't like what I was doing, but she said that there was a gentleman's agreement. Like the video was promoting her. I thought it was a beautiful interview. And they worked together. And it's like, why? Like, and Alonzo criticized me. He said that he thought that Luke La Poubelle shit was like that people were distracting from Scientology protests. That he was suspect of me, and he was critical of what was being done. But guess what? That's okay. That's okay for him to be critical. And I truly believe that you have an influence to be able to do that. Or I wouldn't be saying this shit. I wouldn't be wasting my time talking about it. And Michael and Serge, Michael said the same thing. I haven't talked anything bad about you, but you haven't said anything good. You haven't said, hey, Aaron, why are you doing that? Why did you copyright his channel? Because guess what? If someone did that to you, Liz, I would speak up about it. I would talk about it. I'd probably do 10 lives about it. If someone did that to Nora's channel, I'd do the same thing. I'd do 30, 40, 50 videos on it. It's okay to not like people, but when you start coming after their copyright, and if you guys are specific with the lies, it's a whole different story. Like very specific. You gotta be specific. Just saying you don't like someone and they're attacking you isn't good enough for me. Be specific. If Alonzo is attacking you, show me where he's attacking you. Show me proof of that. I barely know Alonzo. I've talked to him on the phone a few times. That's it. If Alonzo has done something that's evil, let me know. You can't just, I'm just not going to believe what you guys are saying. Right? And I stand up for people who I believe need to be stood up for. Well, now Alan has on that about Alonzo, about Kyle's mother. And Kyle and I'm learning more about Kyle. And actually I didn't know really much about Kyle until Alonzo talked to me about it. And he's actually talked to me about that. Kyle's mother doesn't talk to him, and that he used to talk to her 3 times a week or 3 times a year. Um, and would you make a video about your friend's dead son against her will? Well, oh, would I make a video about your friend's dead son against your will? But her son, she's made a bunch of videos. No, see, that's weird. See, that's where there's a twist, because I've talked to Alan, and Alan has been an advocate for Kyle's mother, and I wouldn't know so much about Kyle if it wasn't for Alonzo, and Alonzo pushing that as that's an important topic to talk about, right? And 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 so I know from my own experience of talking with him. I'm not sure who you're talking about then, but Marissa just said that it's the Kyle thing, and I know, I'm trying to learn the history. That's the thing, and I'm outside of it. Victoria Britton has never asked me to not write about Kyle.
Knock, knock.
Hey,
Here, take as much time as you need.
okay.
But here, you want this? I don't know if you're into them or not, but I just found them the other day. I thought they were pretty good.
Okay. Give me a couple
No,
minutes.
take all the time you need, man.
We're in the midst of
I'm chilling.
all right, cool. I'm in the midst of figuring this shit out here. You were told. Well, I haven't heard much about Kyle, and I'm glad all three of you guys are in here. Marissa's in here, and Alan. It's actually perfect, because the whole stuff with Kyle is that there's no bullets have been found, and Alan claims that the short story is that Kyle wasn't taking his medication and that he killed himself. And Alan believes, and I believe with him, that Scientology murdered Kyle. And one question. Well, I'm going to get the answers to this shit, because I'm the type of person that will allow conversations to happen. And I don't like Marissa. Marissa literally accused me of being a pedophile wrongly by saying that my sister had a restraining order against me in West Virginia. But here she is. I'm allowing her in the chat to have that conversation. And so the Kyle thing, Kyle, no bullets were found. The fingerprint reports were lost. Kyle's father called in Scientology before the police were called. L. Ron Hubbard's was it Miscavige or L. Ron Hubbard's brother or sister was there. Miscavige's sister. And so Alan claims that Marissa is doing the short story and pushing Denise Miscavige. Okay. See, I'm still learning. Miscavige's twin sister. And so Alan has been a big advocate for justice for that. So, like, it's hard for me to believe, Marissa, that Alan is attacking Kyle's mother when I've had numerous conversations with him where he's advocating for Kyle's mother. Right? That it doesn't register in my head that what you're saying is true. Well, I might like you if you weren't. I mean, think about it. If someone was saying that you were a pedophile or making claims that you were a pedophile, would you like them? I don't necessarily have anything against you. I'm just getting. I know that you said that about me, And so yeah, so I do I do have preconceived notions about that. Um, and yeah, I have questions. You have been funded by SPTV Foundation. SPTV Foundation has given you money. You kind of say you like her, Scott. I'm not saying it, Liz. Let's see my attacks on you, Marissa. Show the quotes that are the attacks. See, I'm with Alonzo on that one, man. Like, show it. Check whose channel? Marissa's channel? No, I think that's Marissa. Dianetics. Um, offer you anyways because I don't have jack shit to offer you. Okay, well, I mean, Vato's locals forever, Dianetics. I'm joking. uh, um, but uh, maybe Alan's wrong. You know, maybe Kyle's mother was being attacked by it. Uh, that's my where's Chi, my Spanish friend. Okay, I know that 25% her father's 25 was something that Alonzo said, and I think that that's funny and stupid. In your lawsuit, that wasn't smart. That's a joke. And Vatos Loco, that's my favorite movie. I actually like Spanish people more than I like white people. Okay, that's the truth. When I was in jail, I wanted to be with the Spanish because they're more my people. I guess I'm a culture vulture in that sense. Kyle's mother has asked Alonzo over a dozen times not to write about Kyle. That is an absolute lie, and you know it, but you keep repeating it. See, and I have to because I've talked to Alonzo about Kyle and Kyle and really he thinks Alonzo thinks that the community. Well, Thomas is an idiot. Liz, he's a total idiot. I think he has potential to be really good, but he's a total idiot. Um, but Alonzo has been Alonzo's been advocating for and getting me to learn about Kyle. He pushed me to read The Surprise Witness, which I thought that The Surprise Witness, um, and I think the community could be super strong. There's and maybe there's just a bunch of I don't know. I don't know the answer to it all, but I want Scientology to. Yes, she called me a pedophile as well, also a racist, and everything else she could think of. Well, the racist thing I don't think is a big deal. I've been called racist by so many people. A pedophile is a whole different story. Um, well, I think everyone's learning more about Kyle. Everyone's learning more about Diane and Alonzo. You remind me of my cousin, Scotty. I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you like I tell him, you have to trust yourself. Do not trust anyone around here. That's why I've always left you alone. I stay to myself. Well, you didn't. You kind of implied that I was in Tucson and that I was going to come to your house and that the only person you wanted to come to your house was a redhead named Dodge. Okay? So you made those implications because I paid attention. Raise your. I don't even know. We don't have to stand for anything because I think there's a lot of people who don't like me. And it's all right. If Diane likes Dodge, it's okay. But again, I want to go back to the actual facts. It's hard for me to believe Marissa. Marissa saying that Kyle. Why would Kyle's mother not want Alan to speak about? Why would Kyle's mother not want Alan to advocate for her dead son? That doesn't make sense to me. Now, she might believe that at this point, just like the Jane Does think that, just that Chrissy Brixler thinks that I'm on drugs and I'm on meth and all that stuff. Um, and that I'm not going to advocate for her. I believe that Chrissy Brixler got wrong information from people, and I'm not angry at her for that. So, does Kyle's mother think that Alonzo's somehow hurting her in some type of way? I could believe that. But the grieving mother has made a bunch of videos, and because of Alan, I've taken the time and spent hours researching that Kyle thing, watching her interviews where she's advocating for her son, and Alan is um, parroting what the mother is saying, right? So why would Kyle's mother be on a platform talking about the suspicious circumstances of her son's death and state all these little facts, and then Alan parrots all those facts? He literally repeats all those facts back because I verified what Alan told me. Alan said all these things. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go watch, and somebody who's not Alan, I'm gonna watch the videos about it and learn about it, right? So that I better understand, because I don't know everything about Scientology because I'm new to it. I'm not. This is not my community. This wasn't my community. My community was a political community of victims, and now it's a community of victims, more victims, and some that are not even victims. About me, Doug, Steve, for over a year, of course, I'm going to comment about you driving to Tucson. And that's okay. Psychedelic shroom videos. I'm not sure what that was. Doug, I like Doug. I thought Doug was great. I thought Doug was on the stuff. Um, and so, um, so, um, yeah, it's just hard for me to, to, use the evidence she sent me to use in my blog post. Yeah, so this is where, like, yeah, this is where, I would love, I would love for there to be a conversation about it, because, like that's the goal. Like, I would love to either be on a panel with somebody and talk about it. I would love to give Alonzo the opportunity to talk about it. Even Marissa, you know, you make awesome psychedelic stream videos. I'm not gonna lie, that's a great ayahuasca retreat in Tucson, by the way. Um, no, I think that would be great, even if you guys fucking hate each other. Um, so I have a bunch to do today. I gotta go and get shit done. Um, Thank you, Marissa. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Alonzo, for being in the chat and having conversation. I don't know if anything good will come out of that. Um, um, I really, because I've been thinking about putting you in the lawsuit, Marissa. And I just believe that you got poor information. I don't truly believe that you did it knowingly, because there was a restraining order. You had the facts mixed up, but those facts were really important about what was said about me. And, I really, maybe somehow we could get in touch with Kyle's mother and figure out what's going on, because I would love to have Kyle's mother on, and I believe others should have Kyle's mothers on, because the thing with, most it's calling someone a, maliciously calling someone a pedophile is most definitely slander. I believe Kyle's mom and their story is super important, and and Kyle's mother might be able to hash out some of these issues. And so, yeah, and you could believe whatever you want, but the fact of the matter is, I did not touch my niece, and Streets LA confirmed that. And not that I needed Streets LA to confirm it, but he confirmed it. So, I'm out. I'll finish reading this book, Paulette's book. I was not expecting all this shit today, but I'm glad it happened. And I'm glad that Alonzo got to go back and forth with Marissa. It sounds like Kyle's mother has been a big advocate for her son, and rightfully so. And I still need to learn more facts about it. I want to make a flyer of Kyle's, of the facts of it, because I believe what Alonzo's saying, and Alonzo basically said that murder has no statute of limitations. Murder has no statute of limitations. So, that is what I took from Alonzo's. Alonzo helped me hyper focus on what needed to be said and done, and that is on crimes that have no statute of limitations. So Flo Bennett and Kyle are two of the big ones. Alonzo has only put me on over target of things that I believe could help expose Scientology. The two things that my friendship with Alonzo has really, there's three things. One, Kyle Brennan and Flo Bennett. That's the reason why I read Prince's book, The Surprise Witness. That was all because of Alonzo. And so that's the influence Alonzo has had on me. I can tell you exactly what he pushed on me and how he pushed it. He also said that he wanted to give up on Scientology and didn't want to do it anymore. And so I appreciate it, unless you have some evidence of Alonzo doing something really bad. If you have some type of stalking thing or something with, the mom. He already told me that they don't get along because it sounds like someone was dead agenting people to Alan. And I'm watching in live time the dead agenting of Alonzo. And so it's hard for me not to be like, hey, this is what's happening. Unless there's some facts that I'm unaware of. And that could happen. Right? All right. I'm out of here. Peace.
You got a felony, got in trouble, man, you screwed. There isn't anything that they can do for you. You'll be in jail and see your sentence through, 'cause you got a felony. Yeah, you got a felony.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white